Hey everyone, welcome to tonight's episode of Staff Chat. We are back together again virtually, but we will be back together physically soon. We've decided, Tim has decided with the help of the Macoupin County Health Department that we will be opening on June 14th. It'll kind of be a soft opening a little bit. What?
And elders.
Yeah, and the elders. But so we're basically going to only run at 25% capacity because that's what they told us that we can run at and things like that. And we'll probably do some reservations, but there'll be more details coming soon. But we are going to follow the guidelines that they've given us, and we're going to do it right. So
I wish the term soft opening included soft serve ice cream. That's all I'm saying. I mean,
we could, as long as it was not self-serve soft
right.
serve.
Well,
we could do that.
I mean, then some youth kid be under the nozzle, just like, so we can't do it.
That's probably true. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's okay. I mean, we would all want to do it, so we couldn't blame him.
Yeah. I don't know. Is there anything else anyone wants to say about that?
I think there are specific things that we are supposed to say about that. Some of the things that won't be exactly how we remember church being when we stopped however many weeks ago. How many weeks ago?
I don't know, like 2.5 months.
So
like 13 weeks.
Something. I don't know. It was a long time ago. So it's not going to be exactly how it was when we stopped meeting for coronavirus, but it is not going to be in your living room either. So it's going to be awesome to be back. We're working through the details of some sort of reservation, signing up, so that we don't have to turn people away. You know, we don't want 400 people showing up at 9 a.m. on Sunday morning on June 14th, knowing we can't put 400 people in there. Yeah, it's going to be a little different, but I think it's going to be different in a good way.
As I'm eating these circular things, it reminds me there will be no communion at these services.
Yeah.
No it is bring your own coffee.
Bring your own coffee.
Yep. So that's a good thing.
Get toys for the kids.
Yeah, family service, which will be exciting.
Yeah, like the blanket idea. Like you could bring a blanket. It'll be spaced out. You can have the kids sitting coloring or something on the blanket on the floor.
You could have a picnic.
Picnic.
Yeah, I think it's important to remind parents too that your kids are a blessing and they're not a distraction. So as we are in family worship, if your kids are being loud, if they're chewing loud, or if they're like my children and they're breathing so loud that you can hear them across the room, that is fine. You don't have to shush your children. We're all together in one place. We're all in this together. We're all in the same situation. We all understand. So don't feel embarrassed by any of that. Don't feel like you have to shush your kids, and also don't stay home because you feel like your kids are going to be a burden or a distraction. It's part of being in the body. It's part of being the church, that we all get to experience this together, and we all get to come alongside each other and for our mutual edification. So that's my plug.
Just as reassurance for that, in the close to 12 years that I have been here, not once has Tim ever been distracted by a child in the room. If your child says something funny, he may just give him a hallelujah or an amen or something like that. And as far as the praise band goes, we can't hear you anyway because we're wired.
So make signs, like get a sign and hold it up since they can't hear you.
Yeah, there you go. My kid is being disruptive.
Yeah, but put it like in parentheses, like child disruptive.
Yeah. Well, and if you want to see what Tim said about that, I believe there should be a post not too long ago about that with a video, and then we'll also be showing that video tomorrow as well, just as a reiteration of that. So we're definitely excited, but we are being cautious, and we're taking every measure that we can to make sure everyone's safe and healthy. So
Justin Hart will be there.
Woo.
Man, even tomorrow, as the full band praise team is returning to the broadcast tomorrow. Kind of exciting news. I'm not sure if everyone out there knew that, but Tim went live the other night when we were practicing, so I kind of lifted any of the surprise factor that would have been involved with that.
Yeah, and Gabby said, and who doesn't love kids dancing to music?
Oh, we got I know one for sure with Cash Vineyard. We're playing his favorite song on Sunday, so yeah.
Oh yeah. So one of the other things is with this, the staff chat, this is one of the things that we're definitely going to continue after this. It'll obviously look a little different because we won't be in our homes. So it's going to be probably more like a podcast. So we will do video still. We might release that on Saturday nights, but then release the podcast early in the week or something. We haven't really figured that out yet, but we're excited about that because this is, a fun thing, and hopefully we can get some other people involved as well. But I just picked up a table today for it. I'm pretty excited about that because somebody had one in Carlinville for a really good price, and I was like, this will work perfectly for us. So we got that, and we'll have the set going stuff. So we're pretty excited to kind of continue some of the stuff that we've been doing throughout this, that we can keep doing and keep making better as well.
That discussion makes me really nervous. I mean, we've been kind of on and off talking about this, not knowing when things were going to end and when we're going to get back to it. But it's all kind of been this theoretical, when this finally ends, what is it going to look like? What stays and what goes? But now we have to have a very serious discussion of, are we going to keep doing this thing? Are we going to keep doing this thing? Are we not going to do this thing? And now we have to actually make those decisions. So
yeah.
Not looking forward to that.
It's definitely one of those things where you're like, okay, well, now we have to say, well, and then for me, it's like, okay, so do I do my normal stuff with this on top of it? Or do we, maybe, because one of the things we haven't been doing throughout this whole thing is the sermon shorts. And I haven't really heard anyone complain that they're not there. So maybe it's like, okay, well, maybe those weren't purposeful and we should stop doing those and, do more content like this or whatever. So there's definitely going to be a lot of conversations about what we're doing and what kind of schedule we want to have for this kind of stuff. And then the other thing I wanted to mention too is Cross Kid Cares is coming out on Monday. And we just filmed it today, and I will say it's going to be very fun and exciting. I don't know if I should tell you this, but I will. We went to Kibbles and Clips today, so there's a lot of dogs. I don't think we really saw many cats, but there's a lot of dogs and a lot of fun with BJ and Miss Kathy. So be looking forward to that. Yeah, Alex just said apparently it's hat night.
We were all joking where's your hat?
About. Yeah, we were all joking about hats.
I got it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I gotta join you guys.
I can totally say too. I was there today when Adam was editing a little bit, and it just even sounded fun from the other room. I was just like, wow, they're having a good time.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, BJ and Miss Kathy loved filming, and so I think they're gonna get just super excited about this, and this is probably gonna go on for a long time because they're like, man, that was really fun. Because we also went and visited Marcus Davis as well, if you know the kind of stuff that he does. So that was fun as well. That'll come up sometime soon. Tortilla chips? Oh. Okay. So we've been doing some articles and we've been doing some topics and things like that. But whenever we go to the real format of this, what it's actually supposed to be, we're going to go to a questions in a bowl kind of thing. So we will basically throughout the week, if people want to send in questions, we'll have some other random questions we find online. And kind of put them together. So I kind of did that a little bit, and I got some questions in a bowl.
Can I also make a proposal when we're back in person and doing this? I love interrupting you. It's a whole lot of fun.
That we eat food?
Yeah, I was going to suggest that anybody who wants to like make us their signature dish, make it and serve it to us on the podcast and let us eat it. Yeah. Because I already know that Gretchen is going to be making making some shawarma for us. So we just need to keep that going. That somebody else will then make us whatever their signature dish is, so that we can eat it. Because I mean, we're Baptist and we have to have food. So.
Do you think it's in the budget to buy Avengers like costumes for the shawarma episode?
I can try and fit in Westons.
We got.
There we go. We have to see that happen.
Yeah.
Eric and
Cameron can be Thor.
Yeah. Which Thor?
The fat one for sure.
Yeah,
the fat Thor. Yes. Yeah.
I don't know what I could be.
I'm nobody.
Are have a beer on the podcast too?
What?
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah. Maybe like root beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know if any of you have ever seen. There's an old YouTube channel that I used to watch all the time that's now doesn't exist, called SourceFed, and they did a thing called Table Talk, and basically random people from the channel would sit around a table and pull topics out of a bowl and answer them. So that's what we're going to do. So topics in a bowl that Gabby just wrote because our printer wasn't working.
I couldn't find any of them. Trying to find the Captain America one.
All right, so I'm going to pull the first topic, and this is what we're going to answer. All right. If you're home on a rainy Sunday afternoon, what movie would you most want to watch?
Hobbit.
I figured that.
Like Pitch Perfect.
Pitch Perfect. Nice.
Yeah. What are you laughing at, Cameron?
I was not.
Honestly, I wasn't expecting that either.
Is that like a go-to for you?
Oh, I love Pitch Perfect. I can quote most of the movie. The first one, yeah. The second and third ones just aren't as good, but the first one is definitely the best. And I love Pitch Perfect, man.
I respect that. I totally respect
I'm not even ashamed. Thank you, Eric. Eric agrees.
No, that was to Michaela. Breakfast Club.
No.
That was the Breakfast Club move.
Oh, you're not even agreeing with me. Okay, yeah, I see it now. Thank you.
It's a good movie.
No, I'm
into Pitch Perfect.
Michaela agrees with me, so there.
Yeah. Like, ironically, with Pitch Perfect and all like the High School Musicals and stuff, no, not my thing. Even though I'm into music.
Well, I've never seen High School Musical, but Pitch Perfect, and it's not even about. Well, there's some of the music that I really enjoy in Pitch Perfect, but I don't know. I like it. It's fun. But so the other day, now since we're talking about movies, I quoted what movie was it? Be Kind, Rewind. Gretchen and I were talking about things that kids wouldn't understand these days from when we were younger, and I was like, kids won't understand like a VHS rewinding machine, let alone Blockbuster, and let alone Blockbuster's slogan, Be Kind, Rewind, which then got me into the movie Be Kind, Rewind, which is hilarious. Jack Black, Mos Def. So I went, obviously got on and bought it on iTunes. It was even on sale because nobody wants to watch it because it's like a low budget film about low budget films.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's hilarious. So I know now the kids are like eager to watch it because we told them or they watched the preview with me. We haven't got around to watching it yet though. So maybe if it rains like this Sunday, we'll watch that one.
Wasn't the premise of that like they like something with a magnet and they wiped all the VHS tapes in the shop or something like that?
Yeah, Jack Black was trying to sabotage the power station and magnetize himself.
Nice.
And then was like working in or going into the VHS movie rental place and like wiped all of the movies clean. So they started remaking them.
Yeah, he remakes it.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I haven't seen that movie in so long. I had the DVD and I literally do not know. I don't know if I loaned it out to somebody at one point or whatever, but I think it's out on Blu-ray now. I'm not positive.
I've got the Blu-ray version, the HD, not the 4K, but I have it on my iTunes. So if you want to stream it, I could hook you up with that.
What is a digital movie?
Yeah, as you look at all those things behind your walls, like all over there.
So this one, that's an awesome shirt that I saw the other day. Speaking of movies and movie quotes, that's from Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
It's the coffee, yes, have some. I quote that all the time.
That's funny.
All the time.
So Cameron hasn't answered his either.
Yeah.
It's obviously Pitch Perfect though.
Yeah. No, I'd probably just go with my favorite movie, probably Shawshank Redemption. When you asked the question, I definitely thought of The Notebook.
Man, say that five times
The
fast.
Notebook?
Yeah.
The Notebook,
I've never seen the movie before, but I just know the iconic rain scene. That's like instantly the popped into my head. So.
Yeah. I would say my favorite, well, I mean, I will pick the movie that I can watch like 5,000 times, which would be Hackers.
Oh, that's such a good one.
Yeah.
I mean, if it has to be a movie with rain in it.
No, it doesn't have to be a movie with rain in it.
It's
It's just a movie you'd want to watch if you have time, like if you literally doing nothing else. All right.
I like Who Framed Roger Rabbit. That's a good shout.
Yeah,
like
Zach.
Yeah. Yeah, and I saw
I haven't seen it
Kathy said White House Down.
White House Down.
That's a
Those
great
movies
one.
are so good.
Damn.
Yeah.
And
The
Alex
was good too.
While you were sleeping, or you got mail? Apparently, a Tom Hanks marathon here. Or wait, no. While we were sleeping was what's his face?
Yeah,
the president from Independence Day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the one like White House Down is basically the same as like the Olympus Has Fallen kind of.
Yeah,
and
that
then,
is
like that.
It was like the same
like
script sold. I couldn't believe
basically, yeah. And then like Angel Has Fallen, the newest one was really good too. If you haven't seen that,
I really enjoyed that one too. But that one had more like a Taken vibe to it.
Yeah, definitely. So. Okay, this one's a fun one. If you could disinvent one thing, what would it be?
Disinvent?
Yeah, if you could basically make one invention disappear, what would it be?
Wow.
Male rompers.
I don't disagree on that, Cameron.
Going with male rompers.
Romp hymns, right? That's what they call them.
Oh man.
I'm glad that was a short-lived trend.
Oh, absolutely.
It lasted like 30 days, I feel like.
I'm wearing mine to church tomorrow. I feel like you have to have a man bun as a prerequisite. So Cameron, you're halfway there.
No way.
I don't know. I feel like the stoplight would be cool to not have.
What?
Yeah, I hate stoplights.
I feel like it'd be way more chaotic with just
I was gonna say, there'd be mistakes. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know. No, it'd be chaos.
Hmm.
I can't think of something I wouldn't want to have around. So.
Yeah, I mean, just think about an invent. Like, think about.
Can we go all the way back to creation? Can we be like mosquito? Like, I wish God had not created mosquito.
Sure.
Okay, I changed my answer.
Sure.
Mosquitoes.
I mean, if you want to go there, then wasps. They literally have no purpose but to sting. Nothing.
I'll be ornery in the midst of controversy. Any man-made diseases.
Oh, jeez.
Bats. We'll just take all bats out of there.
I got to turn to the side like Kermit the Frog. Not that that's any of my business.
What is a death stick, Zach?
Cigarette.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. He's replying to Alex. Okay. Okay, Dan.
I love that question. I'm trying to, because I mean, you got to think about the things that are like, why does that exist? You know? Which I mean, yeah. I'm sure there's a lot of those. Like, have you seen the things that are like literally made to just hold a banana like in someone's bag?
Yeah.
Like it's a banana protector. Like it's literally all it is. Like things like that are kind of like, why does that exist?
Yeah, I feel that way about like the non-GMO, vegan, sugar-free, like plant-based foods that aren't supposed to be plant-based.
Like
My
Like
kid,
That's
burgers.
fresh on my mind because Gretchen got me earlier with some black licorice, which I like black licorice, and she gave me some, and I put one in my mouth and started chewing it, and I was like, "This is not right." And it was a non-GMO, sugar-free, plant-based black licorice, which I was like, "Why?"
my kids love we watched a Ron Swanson compilation on food, and the part with the vegan bacon. Would you like to try some vegan bacon, sir? Why, yes, I'll have some. Right in the trash. I'll have another. Right in the trash.
I think my favorite one with Ron Swanson and food is when he orders like the number 12, and the guy's like, "That's a party platter," and he goes, "I know what I'm about, son."
Yeah. Yeah.
You should stick around. He can finish that in 4 minutes.
Yeah. Leslie's like, "You'll want to stay and watch this."
That's so.
And it's like
so
a meat.
terrible.
It's just all meat on a.
It's just meat. Yeah. Yeah.
That's great.
Here's
Y'all
some
take all
here's
of the
some
bacon and
insane-
eggs that you have.
insane inventions that shouldn't exist. There's a thing called a poo trap that literally goes by a dog's butt.
Ugh.
They have them on horses.
Uh,
Look at every horse in a parade.
That's true.
They have a poo trap.
The flatulence filtering underwear.
I feel like all underwear should be like that, though.
I mean, yeah. There's apparently a
like a
contact
bum,
that has like jewels hanging from it.
Like a contact lens, like for your eye.
Yeah. Basically, but it has like jewels, so it's like jewelry. Yeah. Somebody made a table tray that goes on your steering wheel that you can put they advertise it as a laptop holder.
See, now I like the ones that hook onto your steering wheel that hold your sauce for you. So like if you're trying to eat chicken nuggets and drive, you can put like your barbecue sauce in there.
Yeah, except they don't put them on like a gimbal to where they will, you need it to
We
like
got
roll.
fancy ones.
Oh, they do have fancy ones that like
Yeah.
will keep it. Oh, dang. Well, that's awesome. Okay. This one's
So do
this
I
one's
win?
kind of a,
Did I win with the romper? Is that what happened?
I guess.
I felt like I won with the mosquitoes, but
I mean, technically, I guess they were invented, if you want to call
But
it.
God invented those, so
Yeah.
And what he created
God,
was
yeah.
good.
He
I
obviously
know.
saw a
I know.
purpose.
I'm not saying he was wrong. I'm saying I don't like it.
What was the best thing before sliced bread?
What?
Loaf of
Because
bread.
everyone says, "Oh, that's the best thing since sliced bread." So, what was the best thing before sliced bread?
Oh,
All right, historian, when was sliced bread created?
I'm about to find out.
Google.
I'm Googling it right now. Oh, you all beat me to it. July 6th, 1928. So
1928. Yeah.
yeah. Hold on. Now I want to read about this.
1928.
In Chillicothe, Missouri. I know where that. I've been there.
It was probably music. Yeah. Just gonna say.
That's funny.
That's an easy out.
Betty White. Yes. Yeah.
What year was she born? 1929.
But see,
Yeah. Well,
this is hard.
What year was she born, Gabby? Do you know? Answer in the chat. The Wheel. Yeah,
She's-
good one, Dan.
Betty White was born in 1922. So yeah, Betty White is the best thing since before
Since
sliced
sliced
bread.
bread. I mean, I don't know. Maybe like the light bulb,
Beef
Or-
jerky.
telecommunications.
Fire.
She was born.
Fire.
Fire.
Fire burn.
Literally everything. I mean,
Yeah.
before sliced bread, they just had bread that you could slice. So I don't really know what the big deal is
Yeah,
about
you
sliced bread.
Well, I guess you just like tore it off in chunks, right? You just like grabbed a handful of bread and you were like,
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
I'm sure
a
they
knife
had
existed though.
I was gonna say
Come on.
apparently it's a knife or a sword because
Good point. All right, Eric wins. It's definitely either a knife or a sword.
look what
Well,
you could do with this.
A sword.
Sliced
see the
bread was
infomercial now.
invented. Sliced bread was invented in medieval times when one of them sliced a piece of bread with a sword and goes, "Oh wow."
Why have we never thought of this?
You know, I've always wanted to make a website called Fake History, and it's just a bunch of really bad historical facts that are totally false. But then like pay Google a lot to make sure your SEO is really high, so when kids search something, they get that page instead of a real one.
Before sliced bread, if you took a piece of someone else's bread, they killed you.
Yeah.
Well, it's like if you look up on Google when running was invented, like the history, like when running was invented, you're like, running's always been a thing, but Google has a pretty awesome history on when running was invented, and it wasn't that long ago.
You think Adam and Eve just strolled out of the garden when they were kicked out? I don't.
It was invented in 1748 by Thomas Running when he tried to walk twice the same speed, twice of the normal speed.
No.
Yes. Yep. Thomas Running.
That sounds so fake.
No, that's power walking.
That's called. Well, no, power walking was created later when somebody ran like between twice the speed and.
So you're telling me that in every war before that time,
yes,
they just like strolled up.
Yeah, Thomas Running. Thomas
Yeah.
Running is obviously the smartest person to have ever lived.
What year did you say that was?
1720 or 1748.
Okay, well, apparently race walking, which is power walking,
Dude.
was founded in the 1990s.
That doesn't surprise me though. Like the rise of the mega mall in the 80s and 90s, and with that comes power walking.
Yeah. In 1999, the Berlin Marathon included a power walking division.
See, now I could do that marathon.
So yeah, Gabby brings up a good point. Like Adam, I want you now to be disappointed in every single movie that is historically inaccurate for having them running into battle.
Yeah, anything pre, like what's that movie with Liam Neeson, Kingdom of Heaven? They run in that. They shouldn't be. Yep, running wasn't invented until 1780. Come on.
Now, who took the lead on that? Thomas Running or an animal? Did animals just walk everywhere before Thomas Running invented running?
Probably.
Yeah, and then they saw Thomas running, and they were like, "That's a good idea. I could probably get away from that tiger much faster if I walked twice as fast."
Animal Planet would look a lot different.
Hey Jerry, there's an antelope over there.
Let's roll over and get it.
Yeah, they're a little faster than we are.
Yeah. The best at getting away are the animals with the longest legs. Giraffes have no predators because they just take bigger steps.
Giraffes are at top of the chain.
Yeah. Can you imagine an elephant stampede?
Quick, get out of the way. The elephant is stampeding.
But you can't run either, so it's... All right.
This is horrible.
What would be the best thing about not having a sense of smell?
Oh,
probably the horrible things that you could eat. Because a lot of the things that taste horrible, really, it's like the smell that gets you.
Yeah.
I think more kids eat vegetables when they're younger.
I could sit through
baby's diapers. That would be the best thing. Like I would not have to smell a dirty diaper ever again.
But then you wouldn't know if it was dirty.
I could sit through a lot more staff meetings, that's for sure.
Dan agrees.
Towards?
Everyone here.
I'm across the table, so I don't know. It's not me.
I was trying to think.
Think
Well,
about
so
it.
so my dad hasn't had a sense of smell for like I don't know how long, like probably since he was a teenager. Like he literally can only smell things that are very, very strong. But I feel like it'd make food like really not taste good, you know, because you lose the olfactory like sense of eating.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's why plugging your nose changes it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, probably just like anything gross, like garbage or like, because I mean, there's times where you open your garbage can, like, after you had made food the night before or whatever, and you're like, oh man, that's terrible.
Do you think people would then continue to drink curdled milk, like sour milk, if they couldn't smell it?
I mean, yeah, you wouldn't know until it was chunky, right? I guess we'd have to like literally pay attention to the expiration date.
No
And then assume that was right, because I
Yeah.
eat and drink things after the expiration date all the time.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But I couldn't imagine getting a mouthful of sour milk and having not known before. Like, I would be sick. Like sour milk, curdled milk, I just can't do it.
Well, yeah, because because think about the amount you take. I mean, I guess you'd have to like sip everything and be like, oh, that's bad, you know. But if you're just like, oh, it's probably fine, and then you take a huge, like, you're definitely throwing up.
So
Definitely throwing up.
Cameron and Adam would probably vouch for me on this, where like my sense of smell is pretty like heightened, where I can smell things and like propane gas or whatever before most people can. So with that in mind, one of my jobs when I was in Collinsville was working for this supply place that did rugs and rags and whatever else for various companies. And one of my first jobs was they needed a count on their inventory. So these dirty, disgusting restaurant rags would come back in, and with gloves on, no kind of mask or anything, because they didn't give me one, had to, down the conveyor belt and the counter counted them. We're talking some of the, like I about threw up like every single day. I did not last long there. There's like maggots and stuff in there. Yeah, it was wonderful. Wonderful job.
No way.
Did you at least
Kathy,
get paid well?
No.
Kathy, to answer your question, I really don't know, honestly. Like I don't think he knows either. It's just been like forever. I don't think he's ever gotten checked out for it either.
My answer is to avoid Axe spray in middle school boys.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
But even then, you would still get it because they spray enough out of it that it's in the air that you can taste it. But,
you'd feel it in your eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, because I feel like, let's talk about the anomaly of middle school boys' cabins for a second. Like, it literally goes from smelly to Axe. Like, there's no middle ground. It's either like straight up BO or somebody emptied 3 whole cans.
Yeah, it's lose
like
lose.
that. Yeah, there's no in between.
No winning.
But think about that's the temperament of middle school boys too. There's no in between. Either like you're down or like you're all the way. It's just it's full throttle or nothing.
That's my favorite thing.
When I was in college, my floor that I lived on in Butler at Blackburn, I always said had 3 very distinctive smells. There was BO, there was pot, or like somebody used the floor to wipe their butt. Those are the only 3 smells you ever got. I'm like, so in my room, had the Febreze.
Yep. I just pulled out a question, and it just says, "You can't make fun of my handwriting. I'm rushed." So that wasn't supposed to be folded and put in there.
Nice.
Next question. If you could close one fast food chain due to disgusting food, what would you pick?
Jack in the Box. Actually, no, I take that back. I'm taking that back.
I am
Oh.
offended.
Hang on.
Their
Like that you
tacos.
even thought of that.
I know. I just thought about their tacos.
That was quick.
Oh,
Dude, that's really hard.
Mm.
I know my answer already. Burger King.
Mm.
See,
you
like
said Burger
I used to not like Burger King, and then the Burger King
Burger
closed,
King is disgusting.
and now I want it all the time.
Dude, their
I hate
waffles
Burger
are
King.
clutch.
No.
White Castle. I love White Castle, but it is the dirtiest, grossest restaurant.
Oh, no.
Have you ever been in? Like, have you ever gone
yes.
into White Castle and ordered your food?
Absolutely.
It's,
Me and my
it's
dad used to
horrendous.
go to White Castle all the time.
I love
love
White
White
Castle.
Castle.
Don't get me wrong. Like, I'll down a crave case. Hayden and I will split it, right? It's delicious. But if you go in to order your food, you do not want to eat it. It's gross.
I always get
No,
two
dude,
double
I'm
White Castles and some cheese fries.
Some sliders. Oh man.
Man.
I think I might just go with Jack in the Box because I think it just has. I feel like it has like a connotation of being dirty because of their greasy tacos or something. But I
worked at Jack in the Box for a long time, and I can tell you it is pretty dirty.
Yeah.
But not to the point that I would ever stop eating there. Like Steak and Shake was the same way. I worked at Steak and Shake in high school, and it was it was gross, but it was delicious.
Do the buffet places count?
Is there buffet chain restaurants? I guess there
like
is.
Golden Corral is like
Golden
a buffet
Corral.
chain.
I'm with that.
I love Golden Corral. Though.
That's nasty. Ugh.
I'm totally with that. I retract my statement. I'm going Golden Corral.
Golden Corral on at night when you can have like unlimited steak.
Still not worth it.
There's some pretty dirty Waffle Houses though too.
That's true. But
Yeah.
the food is so good too.
I feel like Waffle House is the epitome of dirty restaurant though. I mean, that's their brand.
Right. That's why you go there. You want greasy, dirty food. Like
that, or I'd probably close McDonald's if not Burger King because then my wife wouldn't have to say McDonald's all the time. That's all she wants.
Every time when I was like younger, I ate at a Ponderosa, I threw up. So I mean,
oh sweet.
There's that.
Yeah.
Different locations, not the same one. Yeah.
All right. Okay, so this one's just kind of a fun one. What's in your fridge right now?
Food.
So like what do you typically keep in your fridge? Ours is probably just a bunch of leftovers. Like we just have so many leftovers.
You want like apples, lettuce.
You put apples in the fridge?
Jello. There's no judgment here, John. Cheese, various types of cheese. Velveeta's definitely in there.
Hey, you know where the Velveeta is?
Yep. Orange juice, milk, water, soda, yogurt, eggs, sausage, bacon, coffee creamer.
If you go to my refrigerator in Carlinville,
thawing meat,
there is cheese, Monster, and bottled water, and that's the only thing in the fridge right now. Like pepper jack cheese sticks and like little cheese squares, and there's like 7 different types of cheese, and water and Monster.
Oh, I'm not done. Ketchup, mustard.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I can we have so many leftovers because we cook dinner and then Gabby never eats them. So then I'm stuck with all the leftovers.
Dude,
and
respect. Word.
There's like 4 different meals in there right now. Like meals. Like as in I could eat for like 21 days probably off of what's in the fridge.
See, I've got 4 kids. Leftovers, that's lunch for the next 3 days. So it's like, what are we having for lunch today? Leftovers. Like, which ones? I don't care. Just eat some of them.
Yeah. You warm it up and you eat it.
Yep.
I'm glad to know that there are other people out there that are also the possum and raccoon and other scavengers of their house.
Yeah.
I'm the garbage disposal for sure.
Yeah.
You want to know? You want to know what my worst problem is? Because I'll typically make a plate or a bowl for my wife, and she most likely eats like 50% of it to 60% of it. And then I'm the kind of person that I'm like, man, I really don't want to waste that food. So then I overstuff myself because I gave myself the perfect amount, but then I eat hers.
I remember there was a time we had a youth event, and there were like little like sliders, like Sloppy Joe sliders. And we had like 2 trays of them. And it was like basically like 4 by like 6 or 7. And I think I ate Sloppy Joe sliders for, I don't know, a week straight, a week and a half, because Jamie didn't touch them and they were just sitting in our fridge.
Yeah.
I couldn't waste them.
Dude, I love Manwich Sloppy Joes. And we had this discussion the other day at my house. Gretchen makes like homemade Sloppy Joes, like makes the sauce and everything, right? And so the other day she was like, "Do you want Sloppy Joes for dinner? Like, is it Manwich?" She said, "Why do you even ask me that question? Like, you know I love Manwich." And I assume just one day you're going to be like, "I love my husband enough to feed him this horrible stuff." But she made it homemade again, and it was I mean, it's delicious. Don't get me wrong. Her homemade Sloppy Joes are amazing. But I love Manwich. So if she's ever like out of town or something, like I'm making Sloppy Joes and I'm just dumping it right out of the can. Like, this is how it's made.
Warm it up.
I've got some homemade kombucha in my fridge.
I'll be quoting another movie now. Billy Madison. You know I like a snack pack. Why can't you just give me a snack pack?
You kids like them sloppy.
That too. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, if you had the world's attention for 30 seconds, what would you say?
Oh, jeez.
I'd moon him.
The world?
Oh, well, all right. I'm about to say I'm gonna tell him the gospel, and then I'm say, okay, so not counting the gospel, what would you say? And Eric's like, yeah, I was just showing my butt. Just got it.
Well, that's like, yeah.
I would straight up choke. Like that's what they'd be like. You got 30 seconds, and I'm like, I don't know.
I only said it to be funny because it was the funniest thing I can come up with.
Just 30 seconds of your butt.
Yeah, I would just be like, okay, because I mean, anything like this, when I get bombarded with something and I don't know it's coming, I'm like, I just like my brain locks up and I'm like, oh well, okay, what can I talk about? What can I say? I mean, I only got 30 seconds. Like, oh, I could talk about this or I could talk about this. I totally would lose my 30 seconds, I think.
So I can't get past Eric mooning them, and I'm thinking of the movie Dirty Work, where they're like driving by and mooning the movie line, and he like slows down, puts the car in park, and the guy's got his butt hanging out, and he just like walks away. He's like, "What are you doing? You're supposed to keep driving." Like 30 seconds is a long time.
Now I hope you appreciate the genius of what I did there, because that's exactly what I was trying to do, is throw everybody off.
Oh man!
And Adam's gone. That's it.
Yeah, I can't even do it anymore.
He came back and he's mooning us.
D-Tap's trying to call me right now.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe he should pay attention to what we have going on.
Yeah, I'm sure he's not.
Beyond the gospel, I don't know. Like, give him my my Venmo information. Be like, send me some money.
Send me $1.
Yeah, everybody just $1. It's all $1 from every person, and we're good.
I'd probably, like there'd be gospel and then a hint of, can we all just calm the crap down, please? Like, can we collectively do that as a world?
Yeah.
Be something along those lines.
World peace.
Yep. That's all it takes. That's what we've been missing this whole time. Somebody to just say world peace.
We need, we need
I
a
can't believe
good
we haven't thought of that.
Just to come in and be like, hey, you're all going to go to your room if you don't knock it off.
Yeah.
And the dad, you got to have the look too. The dad look, like
Ron Swanson again.
Yeah.
All right. If you could be a member of any TV sitcom family, which would it be?
When you say family, do you mean like a group of people who are featured on a sitcom, or like literally like that family?
Like featured on a sitcom, so like Full House
Okay.
or Family Matters.
That's a family,
like that
though. That's a family. Like,
so it does have to be family.
What do you mean?
Those are both centered on families. But think of like Friends, where it's not a family, but it's a group of people.
Sure.
Like, okay.
Yeah, that's fine. I would say that's fine.
Parks and Rec.
Okay. Yeah, I could do Parks and Rec. How I Met Your Mother. I could definitely be part of that friend group, but I don't have as many cool stories as they do, so I'd feel pretty left out.
Third Rock from the Sun. I fit right in.
That's good.
Yeah.
What about Trailer Park Boys? That wasn't a sitcom, but I could fit in Trailer Park Boys.
I still, every time I think of that episode where they went camping, I think I showed you guys that. I know I showed Mitch, but you know, the Third Rock from the Sun, they're all aliens, they're not from here. So they have all their camping gear, and one of them throws down the packed up tent on the ground, and Harry's like, "What's that?" And they're like, "That's our tent." We're not all gonna fit in there. It's one of my favorite parts from that whole thing.
I cannot remember the TV show. Maybe Gabby can help. It was Disney. They were from the future.
Phil of the Future?
Phil of the Future, thank you. Yeah, I would do Phil of the Future because you get all the cool gadgets and stuff, but
yeah,
live in real time.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure it'd probably be like one of those older, like family shows. Honestly, I wouldn't want to be in Full House because that's way too, like, too many people in one house, you know, because obviously the name.
You couldn't take all the hugging. You couldn't.
Couldn't take all the what? The hugging?
Yeah, the hugging. Yeah.
Hey, hugging is fine as long as it's not a tackle, Danny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe like Family Matters, or I'm trying to think of that other one. Golden Girls. Get to hang out with all those old ladies.
Actually,
remember
change mine to next. Steps. What is that show called?
Step by Step.
Step by Step. I was just gonna bring that up.
Yeah, I would totally do Step by Step.
Or Wonder Years.
That's a classic.
Yeah.
Wonder Years. Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Okay, this I just thought this question was hilarious on this list that I was looking at. If you could give a wedgie to any historical figure, who would you pick? It's like, what a random question, right?
Historical figure.
Aaron Burr.
I would give a wedgie to Adolf Hitler.
Oh, good one. Good one.
Yeah.
That'd be a good wedgie. Ooh, Boy Meets World.
There's so many.
That was a good one.
I feel like there's so many people that it'd be. I mean, but you could also pick like fun people too.
That's true.
You know, like give a wedgie to Chris Farley. I think that'd be pretty hilarious.
Yeah.
You know.
Or Chris Pratt. Oh wait, he's not a historical figure. Well, I mean, I guess it's true.
I mean,
whatever your definition would be.
Or like a president. Like, I don't know.
You have to do like modern enough that they're not still wearing pantaloons, right?
That's true.
Like,
yeah.
Those guys in pantaloons already have a wedgie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there goes my Goliath pick.
I don't think he was wearing underwear, I'm sure.
Just a loincloth.
Yeah, I'd pick William Wallace, but, you know, he's not wearing underwear either.
I'd pick somebody before, what was it, 17, 20, 28, because they couldn't run after me.
But you couldn't.
I'm gonna pick.
Well, I guess
I'm gonna
you
pick
could
Thomas
run away.
running the day before he invented running.
Give him a wedgie. Oh gosh.
Now what, Thomas?
But then the next day
Man.
he would chase you.
The whole course of the world changes the next day.
Yeah, I don't know. Or like Mel Brooks. Give him a wedgie.
That's so
I don't know. So many wedgies. All right. What is the stupidest thing you've done because someone dared you?
I feel like this question is simply in here for me.
Cameron could literally answer the question for all of us, probably.
I mean, we could probably be here till tomorrow.
Guaranteed. I've got some in my head that I know already.
We're all waiting for you, Cameron. None of us are going to go until you share one with us. And then we're going to one-up you just so you can tell us another one to one-up us.
Probably snort tobacco sauce.
Tabasco.
How'd that go?
Yeah, tobacco. What I say?
It sucked.
Tobacco. Yeah, Tabasco.
I'm pretty sure I have that video
It was
somewhere.
bad.
That's why he has such resistance to the hot wings. which that hopefully is coming out soon too. John's hot wings video, yeah, coming out because we're all getting back into the groove here.
I had a nightmare that Adam lost all the footage and we had to do it again. Like we've done so much editing, I accidentally deleted it, and we're.
I mean, yet to be seen. I think I still have it, but.
Oh, Kathy's got a good one there. My goodness.
I also have a video of Cameron eating Bean Boozled.
No, see, I'll vomit. I have a bunch of them on my desk.
You have a video of what?
You eating a Bean Boozled up at, I think we were in Verdon at Grace.
Man, I can't think of one.
I don't know if I've ever been dared to do something. I'm sure I have.
All right, new series starting next week.
Dares.
I mean, there was stuff with my bike, like when I was young, like jumping off the. But
so that was where mine went, and I don't know that I was dared to do it though. But when I was in like kindergarten, first grade, we lived like right next to an old coal mine. Like the big like mound hill type coal mine, and so there was a pond at the bottom, and my dad had built like a dock to fish off of on this pond, and I don't know if I was dared, but I rode my bike down the coal mine, off the dock, and into the pond. Like come down the hill as fast as you can go, hit that dock, and like ramp out into the pond. I think that was probably one of the dumbest things that. And surely I didn't think of that on my own.
Yeah.
So somebody had to tell me to do it.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm trying to think of just things. I mean, we used to play dumb games when I was a kid, but like, I don't know if I ever got dared to do anything.
I have a good one that I witnessed, but I don't know if it was a dare or if the guy just thought of it. We were on a canoe trip at Montauk State Park, and they have these resorts that are like up on the hill, and then down the hill, you get a wooded area, and there's the road down there. So we had brought one of those water balloon slingshots like we have at camp. And I don't even know if I told you guys this story with the water balloon thing. So I don't think so. My uncle's friend had probably a few too many.
Probably.
And as we were shooting these off the balcony, he goes, "Wait, let me drive down there and try and catch one." So he gets down there, and it's a ways down there, but we were close and hitting the road like pretty much each time. And so he gets out of his car, he stands there, and probably about the second one, you see him standing like this, and then all of a sudden just poof, he just dropped. He gets back in the car. He comes back up. He's got like a big red mark, like right here. And he goes, I had it. I saw it. And it just like blobbed through my hand and hit me in the face. And we were all like, yeah.
Yeah, that's what
He
happened.
tried to catch a water balloon.
Yeah.
At high velocity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the only, I mean, one of my funnier stories that wasn't really a dare, but so the camp I used to go to is down in El Dorado, Illinois, and we have a bell, and so one of the things that always tried to happen was to ring the bell on Friday night because if you did it on Friday night, they wouldn't send you home because you're leaving the next day, and so basically what happened was people would always sneak out, and we had what were called weasels that would be walking around with flashlights, which were just adults with flashlights, making sure people were in their cabins. And so one year, what we decided to do was we decided to record the bell on like the cleanup day when we were there cleaning up the cabin. And then we then played it back through our sound system that we had in our cabin, which was just a couple speakers that we had. And then we had this whole thing. So like we played the bell sound, we hid the speakers, hid the cords, everyone went back to sleep, and because we knew they were going to come check on us. And we got away with it. But now there's okay. So my church had been going to that camp for a long time, and majority of the rules that are in the rule book were written because of us. So there is now a rule that says you cannot have an electronic bell because of us. But I mean, we didn't really get dared, but that was super fun.
I understand what it feels like to be in that position. Rules being made up because of you. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's do one more. I ran out of ones in the thing, but I'll pick out one of these. All right.
Also, before we move on, Kathy wrote us about jumped off a barn with an umbrella.
A barn with an umbrella. Yeah, I saw that. I feel like
I'm
I've heard
curious,
that story.
Kathy, was there like a bale of hay or something down at the bottom that you landed on, like so that you didn't break both of your legs or anything like that? Because
she's just trying to.
That sounds painful.
Okay, this is just a quick, simple. Would you rather? Would you rather be trapped in an elevator full of men with BO, or 3 soaked dogs?
Why is it men?
I don't know. That's just what the question said.
Yeah,
so
3
basically,
soaked dogs.
Stinky
Dogs
men
sure.
or soaked dogs?
Dogs.
I feel like my nose wouldn't be happy either way.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm just gonna go off quantity wise. I'm gonna go dogs.
Yeah, because if you say if you're trapped in an elevator full of men, that's not going to be fun.
And it smells. At least I can like distance myself a little bit from the dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the dogs are coming at you.
It's probably.
They want to be petted.
Yeah.
Wet dogs that want to be petted.
Yeah. Like, does anybody else have the thing like with your sense of smell? If the thing happens with the BO,
I know.
Can you smell it hours later, like in your nose? If you do like that, okay.
Yeah, you feel like it's like in your nostrils. Like
I'm not alone.
Or
Great.
you need like that
just smell like what you smelled.
Yeah. It's so ingrained in your brain that you're like, oh, it smells like that elevator full of dudes.
Yeah.
Kathy said no. I just hit the ground. The umbrella did make the fall a tad slower. I'd like to see what velocity, what is a tad slower?
And also, how old were you when this happened? Like, was this right when Mary Poppins came out? And so you were like, this is a real thing and I can do this? Or were you like 14 and like you understand physics?
It's why Mary Poppins was written, is basically why.
From Kathy.
Oh man. All right.
great.
Well, I think we are good. We did a bunch of topics. If you guys enjoyed it, let us know. And if you have any random questions you want to send in, even ones like Dan's question, you can do those. But yeah, we hope you guys join us tomorrow for our 9 a.m. online service. And then a reminder that there is a video up about our reopening, but we are reopening in 2 weeks with some guidelines and stuff. So we hope you can join us then as well. But don't be afraid to join us online either. Okay, Kathy said she was 12. So
Yeah, she should have known better. At 12.
Oh man.
Sorry, Kathy.
All right. Well, we will probably see you virtually next time. I don't know. We'll see. Might be in person. Well, I don't know. We'll see. There might be. Maybe we'll take a week off. I don't know. You know,
We'll see.
everything. Everything is everything's up in the air right now.
We're gonna sign off. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll super
Maybe we'll hang out with you for a little longer.
I don't know. We'll see. All right. We'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.